Hey guys, welcome back to another Skyrim mods video. By the time this video releases, it will already be October. So let's start October off right with some of the best of the newest mods to release. There are still plenty of mods I have to do a showcase for, but I have about 15 or more so mods in this video. So if you end up enjoying this video enough to hit that like button, also maybe be generous and subscribe to the channel because it is free. But without further ado, let's dive right in, and also make sure you endorse mod authors, because they definitely deserve it. The first mod up today is a new survival mod with the name Immersive Needs by Edmond. This is an extremely lightweight needs system that doesn't rely on multiple other survival mods to work. This mod introduces new debuffs for your character when they are hungry and thirsty, as well as when your character grows tired, which is set at base to be 24 hours. To satisfy the needs of your character, new systems were implemented into the game, such as gathering water, which can be done at springs or wells in town, which is pretty much done dynamically because no patches are needed. There is also support for the campfire mod, allowing for the new water flask to appear on the bag if you have the patch installed, but it is not needed. And for the hunger system, new ingredients were added to your game along with the cookbook to make those ingredients. Nearly every predator in Skyrim now has meat for you to eat, such as wolves or even bears. And the meat is pretty much all you need to make the new recipes added by this mod, because they are meant to be simple and just be a simple add-on to your survival gameplay. You don't need to search for hours just for ingredients. Also, there's a few things different about this, because no matter how much time passes, no more debuffs will be placed on your character, just more notifications to let you know your character is starving. But there's also new gameplay effects to have fun with, like your character getting drunk, or if you want to go to the extreme, getting high on skooma, because that's also a newly added option. Up next, a weapon pack or replacer. This mod is called Trithril Weapon Pack. Hopefully I said that correctly. But at base, this mod is a standalone weapon pack, but if you choose the second option, this mod can become a replacer for the glass weapons of Skyrim. This mod adds 17 new weapons to your game, as well as a unique staff enchanted with its own special effect for you to use. If you happen to choose the non-replacer version, these weapons can be crafted, but only after finding a special staff, which is located in Mizolf's chamber on the table, and you must have the staff in your inventory when you go to a forge to even be able to craft any of the items. So these weapons are meant to be pretty special and hard to get, as they have stats only a little weaker than Ebony, but their special effects more than make up for the difference. But I do believe the staff is meant to be the most powerful item in the mod, and it kinda makes sense for it to be, considering you require it to craft anything. Up next, a new armor mod that is female only. This mod is called Elle's Warrior Armor. Well, technically it's just called Warrior. Elle really does great on making their descriptions, but the naming is usually like this for some reason. But this mod adds a new craftable light armor with support for 3VA, B-Hump, and also Ultimate Body Enhancer, which is a new body mod quickly taking over. I'm honestly tempted to start using it myself, but this armor comes in multiple different color variations, as well as being highly modular. There's about 10 pieces to each armor variant, so this armor could look any way you want it to honestly, and be as skimpy as you want it to. But there in total was about 5 color variants, and I wanted to show what each one would look like in your game without adding my own personal customization to it. Also, as a quick note, you do have to build your body's life first, or you'll be invisible. Up next, a new Savior Hide Replacer, or Standalone. Nonetheless, this mod is called Savior Hide Replacer 2. By the title, you can see this mod replaces the Savior Hide and actually completes the set, adding new gloves and new boots to the armor, as well as a new cool looking helmet to complete the look of the Savior Hide, so it doesn't feel so incomplete. And just like the title says, this is the second version. The original version also looked nice like this one, but it didn't have HDT support or as many new variants, because you choose which version of the replacer you want on installation of the mod. This armor is also now stronger than the vanilla variant, featuring stats around glass tier, so we'll need a patch for mods like artifact overhaul such as Artificer, which is already provided in the installation. You also will not be given the extra parts of this armor upon completion of Elle Met by the Moonlight. You'll have to craft them at a forge, which has no requirements other than having the armor in your inventory. It's pretty simple, but based on the description, the mod author is looking for a way to add it after you complete the quest. Also, cool note, the wolf ears also move when you walk. And now we have the new armor mod called Dracania Armor. Hopefully I said that right. adding a new very skimpy armor that is of course female only. And what's special about this is that you can choose whether this armor is a light armor or heavy armor variant when you install this mod. This mod also comes with multiple new colors, about 3 to pick from. All cosmetic though, no new enchantments were added by this mod. And this is also one of those armors you have to build in body slide or you will be invisible when you join game. I was kinda skeptical about even showing this armor because it's so skimpy, but I had to showcase it because the next mod, also by the same mod author, makes this armor so much better for my taste. This mod is called Alternative Armor Hub. This mod adds more clothes to the armor, making it not as skimpy. Of course it's still going to be a little skimpy because the new clothing parts added are still pretty skin tight to fit the armor, but I know some of you would appreciate this. Honestly, I wouldn't mind this armor either way because it is done with high quality. But now the mod author has actually went out their way to accommodate the people that ask for things to not be so skimpy all the time. So I figured you guys might show some appreciation for this. Just like for the next mod, because that mod is called the Rover Armor, also by the same mod author. This armor is also one of my favorite armors to come out in this month, but the thing is, it was also said to be a little skimpy because the skirt part is a little small. But it still was one of my favorite armors due to it fitting the theme of Skyrim. And now this mod was also giving an alternative version, adding pants to the armor. Of course the skirt is still pretty small, which was about the main complaint, but now there's pants to cover it. So think of the skirt as part of the top while the pants is being the pants now. And as you can see, each new pants for the armor fit the color variant as well as having their own special theme to them, with the red looking the best in my opinion just because of the new effects added by it. Also quick note, the double statue is a glitch, but I thought it looked pretty cool so I kept it. But the next mod up is a mod called A Shrine of Azura at the Shrine of Azura. Honestly, this is a very simple mod that just adds a shrine for you to pray at the Shrine of Azura. It is kinda low resolution though, but I'm pretty sure someone will make a texture replacer for it soon, because they always do. Alright, up next a more so collection of mods, but this mod is called Morrowind Mint. This mod adds a new store to Solstheim that you can use to get the newly added currency, which is called Dram. What's cool about this mod is that anytime you would gain gold, it would transfer immediately into Dram, unless you find it laying down, which can also be dynamically replaced by using base object swapper. Based on the add item that I just did, a Dram is worth 1/3 of a gold coin, so 500 gold is 1500 Dram. Stores will also now take Dram or gold, and of course it will automatically transfer Dram into gold for themselves. Up next though, doing a similar theme but for Windhelm. This mod is called Skyrim Silver for Windhelm. This mod replaces all forms of gold with the new currency called Ulfrics. Now merchants will only take Ulfrics for their store due to Ulfric probably fully rejecting any imperial currency or influence. I'm not sure about how this feels based on lore, but it definitely makes sense considering how racist Ulfric is to everything else but a Nord. Ulfrics convert to about 4/5 of a gold coin, so they are worth quite a bit, so you're definitely going to need them. Up next, this one is called Elven Supremacy. This mod replaces any form of gold in Thalmor locations with that of Sandcar. This one's a little special though because it didn't automatically convert gold coins into Sandcar while in Thalmor locations. Instead I had to pickpocket it from Thalmor NPCs, which wasn't exactly easy considering their level. As you may have been able to guess, this is a new version of the Coins of Interesting Nature mod, because it is also by the same mod author, but I guess this version is meant to be more dynamic. Up next is another simple mod, bringing us to the Tower of Mazark for a pretty easy puzzle. This mod is called Sensible Oculory Solution. This mod doesn't do anything that would make the puzzle harder, but instead makes it so every time you interact with the puzzle, it will actually replicate the changes on the console just to show you your progress. This mod is visual though, it shouldn't change anything but your immersion. Up next is a simple HUD replacer for the amazing mod Swiftly Order Squad. This new mod is called Dragonborn Reskin, Swiftly Order Squad. As you may be able to tell by the mod's name, this is also the mod author who made the reskin for Wheeler, which is also the most popular reskin on Nexus. This mod also introduces very subtle changes between 3 variants. There's the Edge UI variant and Nordic UI variant, but the changes, like I said, are very subtle. I really couldn't tell the difference. Up next, a new creature mod by Mihal named Hounds. This adds a new enemy to your game as well as a new creature for you to summon. Unlike the usual from this mod author, this creature is far from overpowered. It really doesn't have much health, but it does do quite a bit of damage to make up for it. But the real danger of it isn't really when it's alive. It has the effect of a flame atronach. When it dies, it will explode, damaging everything around it, causing massive damage. So it might catch you off guard the first time you fight one of these, and you'll end up reloading a save, or teleport you 20 miles from your death location. And now we have a new massive location overhaul for Bao Gulch Mine. This mod is called Orc Exiles Bao Gulch Stronghold. This is by the same mod author who made the other massive Orc Stronghold overhauls, but this one is a little bit different. This one surprisingly didn't destroy or even hurt my FPS. I kept 58 to 60, even though I was zoomed out looking at the entire place, which would usually cause the biggest FPS drops. This mod does require resources from URL resources to complete its look, but I already happen to be using that because I used that mod author's graveyard. So this was a simple plug and play for me. The only people that would have an issue with the massive overhaul such as this is those who maybe use Traverse the Overworld, Nature of the Wildlands, or maybe Northern Roads, which I still get PTSD from, but Chicken Mike has already created a patch collection that may end up growing in the future. He, in my opinion, definitely deserves more recognition. There isn't a Lux patch though, but I mean, you probably won't be making it to this place in a while anyway. By the time you get it, a Lux patch will already be done. But that was it for today, guys. Let me know what you thought about this selection of mods, but as of right now, I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Peace and love, guys. And also, try not to stress about everything.